group here.
Oh,
They answered all of Jim's questions correctly.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Good evening. My name is Jacob Domalewski. I'm also a history person. Mom, we never record.
I'm not recording.
Oh, okay, just letting you know. Thank you. You can. She can. All right. Good evening. Like I was saying, my name is Jacob Domalewski. You've been here before. You've seen me a few times. I'm a history teacher for the Archdiocese of Louisville. So like many of you all, I'm also a history buff. I just love it enough to dedicate my life to it. Addition to that, I'm also a native son of New Albany, born here, raised here. Probably never will leave here, but we'll see what life gathers down the road. The gentleman I'm going to tell you about tonight who paid that ultimate sacrifice, and to us is just more than a name on the wall. He and I have parallel lives at times. This gentleman grew up on Silver Street, and we speculate he would have attended Silver Street Elementary School. I grew up on Eakin Avenue, and I attended Silver Street Elementary School. This gentleman went to New Albany High School and graduated in 1938. I went to New Albany High School and graduated in 2015. Now, we also have one other thing in common. We are both towering figures. I stand at 6'4". He stood at 6'5". And that's in 1938. So large by their standards and large by our standards today as well. The gentleman I'm talking about today is Melvin Brewer. Now, Melvin Brewer, like I said, was born in 1919 on Silver Street here in New Albany. He attended New Albany High School. He graduates in 1938, but he comes to national stardom his senior year of school. During the 37-38 basketball season, and I need to mention he ran track and also played basketball. He was a starting center for the Bulldogs, beat the Red Devils, and led New Albany to beat the Red Devils at Jeffersonville Fieldhouse, and was spotted out by a man we know all too well because every time UK loses, they burn a couch in front of his arena. That would be Adolph Rupp. You're all supposed to laugh at that.
Do they?
No, so Adolph Rupp scouts out this boy from New Albany, Indiana. And he's known for his, athletic ability, his academic talents, and he's offered a scholarship to attend UK. But he doesn't. Instead, he takes 2 years, joins the Indiana National Guard, does his 2 years of service, and in 1940 decides then, I'm going to go to UK. Now, while at UK and somewhere around this time, he meets the love of his life, a woman by the name of Jacqueline Burr. Now, Jacqueline lives on Main Street with her parents. I'm not sure what their connection was and when their paths intersected. Either A, they went to school together, or it was just a small town relationship developed. But they will have a daughter together, Vicky. And Vicky, as of 2020, resided in Evansville. And so we know that that time she was still living. But in 1942, just after America is thrust into World War II on December 7th, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. In that March of that 42, Melvin leads the Wildcats to its first conference appearance at Final Four at Madison Square Garden. So this is the first time UK is ever going to nationally debut under Rupp, and a New Albany boy is taking the center position. Starting center for the University of Kentucky, the Wildcats. After that, he continues his academic career, but the call of the war, like so many men in their youth, so many rising stars, we see Jimmy Stewart, Cary Grant, all these actors, celebrities, athletes putting their lives on hold to go do the mission they need to do the service to their country. And it's no different than that for Melvin Brewer. So he leaves the University of Kentucky, and there are two paths that we've not figured out quite yet how he earned his degree. Either A, it was a rapid, hey, you've completed X number of credits, we're going to get you your Bachelor's of Science degree, and you're going to go into the service. Or B, it's the option of he took correspondence courses while completing officer candidate school, and he received his commission then. Now, we do know he does have a Bachelor's of Science from the University of Kentucky, though, so he did finish his studies. He receives his commission at Fort Benning, Georgia, in the United States Army. He is sent to Fort Meade, Maryland for advanced training, and on June 27th, 1944, he's put on a troop transport ship sent across the Atlantic Ocean to England, where he's then transferred to the 29th Infantry Division, sent across the English Channel and to the beaches of Normandy for landing. This is 21 days after the Allied invasion of France. So the 29th were some of the first boots on the ground at Omaha Beach on D-Day. You've seen that scene from Saving Private Ryan. That group portrays the Ranger Company. The 29th would also have been alongside of them. That would have been their combat area. He's missed D-Day by 21 days. He goes into France, and we've done the math. The time from June 7th to the time he would have arrived in France would have taken about a week, week and a half. That's where we're gathering. So he would have arrived probably around July 6th, July 7th. A month later, while leading his men, Lieutenant Brewer is killed outside of the village of Vires, France, while trying to liberate it from Nazi occupation. His story doesn't end there, then. He's not forgotten. He's not lost. He's not just a name on the wall. His life may end there, but his story and legacy continues in New Albany. Coming back to his wife Jacqueline and his daughter Vicky, they're living with Jacqueline's parents, the Burrs, on Main Street. And she gets the telegram the following Saturday after August 6th. He's killed in Europe less than a month after arriving. She gets the telegram. But there's a part of the story I didn't tell you. She was 3 months pregnant with their son. And we don't know, well, I don't know, history may know, if he ever knew he had a son on the way or not, a child on the way. But 4 years later, this widow, this family that's had to endure so much pain, the loss of a provider, a town who has lost one of its own sons, a family that's lost a son, a husband, a father, has to go through this pain all for a second time. In 1944, Melvin was buried in an Allied cemetery. In 1948, the United States government repatriated his remains to the family, and he's buried here at Fairview Cemetery at the main entrance. So when you come in that main drag, that first plat section on your left, a very large monument, and that's in your program, shows the gravesite of Lieutenant Melvin Brewer, native son of New Albany. Thank you for your time tonight. If you have any questions about anything. Well, as always,
Thank you so much,
go Dogs.
Jacob, for sharing this information with us.